Today, the lesson is two-way tables. Our objective is to construct and interpret two-way frequency tables and two-way relative frequency tables. I want you to open your textbook page 347. In this place, this part, I will zoom to this part. This is, guys, this table is called two-way table. And what is two-way table? A two-way table is a frequency table or table of frequencies used for organizing and displaying data that pertains to different categories or relate to different categories. The frequency of an item, frequency, the mean of frequency, is the number of times the item occurs. So the frequency is the number of times the item occurs. How to make a frequency table? You will get the data and just put these data in the table. So in this data we have 13 men and 6 women. Choose action as their favorite type movie. So action movie is 13 men and 6 women. The total is 19, and so on for all of them. And after that we find the total. Okay, let's get another thing that's important for us. Two-way table. Two-way table can also used to display relative frequency. What's the meaning of relative frequency? In this case, it will be relative frequency table. Relative frequency is the ratio of frequency to the value of the corresponding row total or corresponding column total or total population. Again, relative frequency, that's a ratio between two terms. The first term is the frequency of the value itself. So a relative frequency for a value is a ratio. The first term in this ratio is the frequency of this value. And the second term is the corresponding row total, the total of the corresponding row, or the total of the corresponding column, or the total of all population, of all the total of totals. For example, here if we have this table, this two-way table, this is for the total of 25 students, as you can see from the table, and also it's written in the example. The frequency table shows the hair and eye colors of 25 students. Is there evidence that blue eyes are more common for students with blonde hair than for those with black hair? Explain. Okay, so we are here comparing the two things that we are comparing. Blue eyes, it comes more common with blonde or black. So I want to compare the blue eyes comes more with blonde or black. So in this case we can make a frequency find the relative frequency according to the column. So we find the relative frequency according to the column. How to get this? Find the ratio. So divide the to get the relative frequency of blue eyes with blonde hair, we divide the frequency of this value by the total of blonde. So it's 3/6, which is half, or 0.5, and so on for all values. And now let's analyze the results. From the table we can see that blonde hair with blue eyes is 50%. 50% of students with blonde hair have blue eyes, and only in here 11%, 11.1% of students with black hair have blue eyes. So here, as you can see, we can draw a conclusion, and now we have the evidence that blue eyes are more common with students with blonde hair than for students with black hair. Okay, now let's start solving by ourselves. We need to solve exercises to understand. So let's go to the workbook, page 102. Okay, can anyone tell me what do we mean by, or what do we mean by two-way table? Okay, Saud?
Yes, a two-way table of frequencies is useful for organizing and displaying data
Great,
that pertains to different categories.
great. And what do we mean by frequency of an item? Abdullah?
The frequency of an item is the number of times the time occurs. How many times?
Great, how many
this
times?
item occurs?
Great. So this is the meaning of frequency of an item. And what is relative frequency? Muaz?
To a value corresponding to a total population.
I'm sure that you have said the correct answer, but we can't hear it well, so I want someone else. Ahmed Wael. Ahmed Wael, use your mic.
Yes, mister.
Okay.
Yes. Relative frequency is the ratio of the frequency to the value of corresponding row total, corresponding column total, or total population.
Great. So it's a ratio between two terms. The first term is the frequency of the item or the value itself, and the second term of the ratio is the total. Which total? We have three types of total in the two-way table. We have the total of the row, and we have column total, and we have the total of all, the total of population. Okay, now let's make frequency table. We have these data, and I want someone to help me Anyone?
Me, Mister.
Who's this? Again? Muhammad, okay. Okay, Muhammad. We will use, of course, we have here, we will read the question first. We have 50 students were surveyed about their favorite flavor of ice cream. We have boys and girls, we have the flavors. So to make two-way table of frequencies, we will use, we have here two categories. What's the first set of category? Of course, boys and girls.
4 and 8. Yes.
Let me say this first. We have two categories. The first set of category is girls and boys. The second set of categories is the type of the ice cream: chocolate, Rocky Roads, vanilla, and strawberry. Okay. Muhammad, we will make this table, and I want all of you, don't waste time, draw the table and write girls, boys here, and of course don't forget total. And in the rows write the type of ice cream. Okay, Muhammad, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. How many boys like chocolate and how many girls?
4 boys and 8 girls.
So 4, 8, and the total is
12.
good. Rocky Roads, boys, girls, total, huh?
11.
First boys,
The total.
2 boys.
9 boys.
Sorry,
2 boys and 9 girls.
good. Right. So it's 11 and vanilla. Vanilla,
Vanilla are 8 boys and 4 girls.
great.
So it's 12.
Strawberry,
And 12 boys and 3 girls.
great.
So it's 15.
So that's 15, and the total, we will find the total of boys and the total of girls, and of course the total of total. Okay, calculate this and tell me the number of boys and the number of girls.
26 for the first, for the boys.
Good.
$24 for the girls.
For girls, it's 24. So the total of all students is 50.
50.
And the question is written that it's 50 students. So now the question also, I will go back to read the question again. What is the most popular flavor of ice cream? Okay, we need to answer this. What is the most popular?
Me, Mister.
Okay, Ahmed.
Mister. Strawberry.
Strawberry. Excellent. So it has voted 15
It has 15
votes.
votes.
So 15 students like or prefer strawberry. So the strawberry. Great. Okay. Okay, Mu'adh. Excellent. Now in this one, we will make a relative frequency table. Let's read the question first. To design a school decal, the principal surveyed students about their favorite colors and shapes. The frequency table shows the results. Is there evidence that students who like blue are more likely to like round or triangular decals? Let's see here on the table. We have blue and we need to compare circle, which is round, and triangle. So we need to find the relative frequency according to the column or the row. Anyone knows? Anyone know the answer? Do you have the answer? We will get the ratio. Divide each value here 4 divide 4 by the total of blue or by the total of circle? Okay guys, we will make two-way table of relative frequency. We will find the relative frequency. So we will find the relative frequencies or each for each what? For each column. Divide frequency by its corresponding column total. So we'll divide the number of round blue or circle blue. We will divide it by the total of blue. Okay, we need to compare the relative of circle and the relative triangle blue. So find the ratio. 4 divided 9 is 0.4. This is repeating decimal, of course. It's 0.444 and so on. The same for 3 over 9 and 2 over 9, and of course we have 9/9, which is 1, whole 1. Do the same for red. Do the same for green. Okay, Ahmed, you are asking why we are doing this. Why are we finding the relative frequency according to column, not row, right? That's your question. Okay. We are here comparing, back to the question. Let's go back to the question. We are here comparing, is there evidence that students who like blue are more likely to like round or triangular decals? Okay, so we are comparing round decal and triangular decal, circle and triangle. For what? For blue. So we have this constant blue. We know that it's blue, but we need to know the students who will use blue or like to use blue. They will like to use the circle ones or the triangular ones. Okay, so that's why we use the column. Okay, and now back to the step. The second step, we have here how many students like blue circle? Blue circle. It's about 44%. Okay, and how many students like how many students like triangular blue? About 22%. Okay, Hassan. Now let's draw a conclusion. Let's judge. Do we have now evidence that the students who favor blue and also like circles more than the students who like blue and also like triangles? Of course we have, yes, we have evidence. There is evidence that more students who liked blue preferred a round decal than a triangular one. Okay. You'll understand this more when you try by yourself. You have 1 minute, only 1 minute to finish this table. Be quick. Be quick. 1 minute, guys. The first one to finish, let me know in the chat. Great, Muhammad Ramadan. Great, Abdullah. Muaz. Okay, I want Muhammad Ramadan. Give me the numbers. Turkey sandwich.
Turkey sandwich,
Yes.
6 girls and 8 boys.
Good. The total.
14.
Good. Grilled chicken. Continue. Muhammad.
Oh, 7,
Yes, huh?
7 girls and 3 boys.
Total.
10.
Good. Veggie pizza.
On the big pizza, 4 girls and 2 boys. The total is 6.
The total goals.
6.
Sorry.
Total. For the girls, 17.
And the total of the boys.
13.
Good. And the total of total, which is the full number of students, the whole number of students.
30.
Good. And in the question here, what is the least popular lunch choice? The least. The least popular.
Veggie pizza.
Can I answer? Veggie pizza.
Yes. So, veggie pizza is the least popular lunch choice. Okay, guys, it's the time for the relative. Here in this one, you need to what? Oh.
Okay, finish.
Okay, according to this number 2, do you have the answer, Muhammad?
Yes.
Okay, Muhammad Abdul Baqi.
There is a 0.5 or 50% of students
Of,
favored red square
Oh.
over 0.2% or 20% students who liked red triangle.
So, the answer is yes or no?
No.
No, because we have here 20% that's who like red and also like triangles, and 50% likes red and
square.
So it's less, not more.
Yes.
Okay, guys, page 277. Be quick. Okay, Faisal. Faisal, I want you to complete with me this
Yes.
table. Be quick. We have men, women
okay.
total, and here water, skiing, wakeboarding, hiking, fishing,
and fishing.
total. Okay, start first with skiing.
Okay.
Hmm.
Water skiing, 10 men,
Good.
3 women, 13 total.
Good.
Wakeboarding, 5 men, 7 women, and 13 total.
Good.
Or I mean 12, I'm sorry.
Okay, hiking.
Hiking, one man, 2 women, 3 total.
Fishing.
Fishing, 8 men and 4 women,
And the total,
total 12.
The total men Number of men?
The total men 10, 15, 16, 17,
24.
24.
And the total number of
And
women?
women 3, 10, 12, it's 18.
16.
Or I mean 16. Alright. 13,
Okay.
12, 12, 24, 27, 40.
It's easier to add 24 and 16. 40. So, according to the survey, what is the least popular activity? The least one? I think this one.
Survey hiking. Hiking is the least one.
Great. And what's the most popular?
The most one is water skiing.
Is water skiing. Okay. Okay, I want someone to help me with the next question. Who's ready?
Me.
Who's this? Ahmed, you've answered before. I want someone else. Mujtaba. We have here a frequency table and make two-way table for of relative frequencies. Okay. We have the table, and we will divide by, as the question asks us, find the relative frequencies for each column. So we will divide 3 by 16.
16.
Good. I will give the answer, and 2 by 16 and 11 by 16. Okay. In white we will divide by
6 by 20.
Okay, and the same for all the values in white. In gray,
1 by 9.
great, and the same
By
for all. Okay, we don't need to divide for the total. Okay, in the second part of question, is there evidence that those who prefer black also prefer Mujtaba, are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have the answer? Compare
Yes.
what? We will compare what?
Compare the black and the sequin. We take the black and see which one has the best which one has the most votes with black,
So,
which is the sequin.
again.
We'll take the black and see which one has the most votes in the black section.
Excellent.
Which is the
So, there's the evidence. Yes, there is evidence. As you said, according to the table, we have here the most relative frequency is for this one. Okay. Okay guys, that's all for today. Thank you. If you don't have a question, you can leave and solve the assignment on Classera. If you have a question, you can ask. Thank you guys. Goodbye.